My name is Reba Allen. I'm a computer graphic artist in the marketing department, and I've been at Troy University since August 1977. I was a student from 71 to 75. It was totally different from what school is today. First of all, none of this was here. It was all pecan trees, no fountain. It was just absolutely gorgeous. There was like a street around this way where you drove your car. This building was not here. The Adams Administration Building was not here. It was Kilby Hall. It had a courtyard in the middle of it, and I think that started out as the Troy Lab School, where students, elementary students, actually went to class there. I have a degree in secondary English education. I actually taught English in high school for just a little while. I came up to the university and I figured, you know, if I had spent all that time and all that money here at the university, the least they could do is give me a job. But it turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made, because I really think God had plans for me, and the plans included bringing me here to Troy. I have met some wonderful people here that I would never, lifelong friends, that I would never have known had I not come to work here at the university. When they first started to do the quad, when they were going to cut the trees down and take the street out and everything, I was a naysayer. But after it was completed and I see the gorgeous fountain and how beautiful everything is, I'll be the first to tell you that I was wrong. This is my building, this is my home. I was here for 41 and probably years and 2 or 3 months. And I always said I work in the only building on campus that's a sentence. Lurleen Burns Wallace Hall. It's got a subject and verb, okay? But when I first came to work here, I was secretary to the School of Journalism, and I also was the telephone receptionist, as well as I worked in the radio station. I signed on the radio station once a week on a Friday morning, and I also worked as editorial assistant to the Troy University Press. So I was really busy down here. My desk was right over here. There were 3 desks out here. I was in the middle out there. None of those walls were there. It was completely open. Everything was open. I was in the print shop. We actually used to have a really big print shop here, and we printed our own materials, 4-color press, Heidelberg press. So it was totally different now than it was then. I have known some of the most wonderful people since I've been working here. I remember many times sitting out here in the lobby on a long upholstered bench talking to Mrs. Adams. She was so funny, and she was just such a pleasure. She'd just come sit down and talk to us. It was really good. The School of Journalism was here. It was back in the back. Everything was cut and paste, you know, when I first started. That's the kind of work I did when I started, was everything. I tell people that I can do in 15 minutes with a computer, what it used to take me 2 or over 2 hours to do by hand. I love computers, trust me. And there were little rooms back here. I remember when I was a Chaucer English student, I had to come and learn, and they had little soundproof rooms, and we had to read some of Chaucer in Middle English. So I had to come in here and sit in one of these little rooms and listen to a recording over and over and over of how to pronounce the words and everything. So I've got a long history with this building, because when I first started, the English department was in this building. The classes were where the radio and TV station is now. That was the offices for the English department. Fred Davis and Gertrude Schroeder and Canfield and all them, their offices were back there. And 3rd floor was where the English classes were taught. So, yep, I consider this my building. But this stadium, I am so proud of this. When I was a student and when I first started, working here. I've been a season ticket holder for a long time. And even before I became a season ticket holder, I still came to the games. I could never have imagined this. It was just like with me not being able to see what the quad was going to be. Thank God there are people who have better insights into things than I do. I came to games here when none of that was up there. No press box, no second row of seating. If there was a second row, it was just a few seats. But and I have, when there was a track down here, I've walked around this thing many times and gone up and down the steps for exercise. We are blessed to have a university where we can come to, and we have so many different things going on. I tell you, another thing I'm proud of is the Sound of the South. You know, Johnny Long made me an honorary Sound of the South member a long time ago, and I still have that certificate. I'll cherish that. And this place would not be the same, but over there in that corner every game, they weren't there. They're some of the biggest fans that this university has. You know, it's like I said, the people that I first started to work here with was Dale Mosley and Joe Johnson, and then Helen and Bonnie and Mildred and Averett and Richard, and you know, the list, there's been several. It's hard to name everybody. There are so many people here that I wouldn't dare to try to name all of them. And like I said, not only is it people who work here, but some of the most wonderful people I've met have been students. And I appreciate them, and I appreciate their friendship. And they've just, you know, made a difference in my life completely. I'm looking forward to not everything not being so structured. You know, for 42 years, I've had to get up every day, put on makeup, not every day, every work day, put on makeup, get dressed and come to work, you know, and it's 8 hours that, you know, you have no control over. So I'm looking forward to it not being that way. I would say that my time at Troy has been blessed. I think that somewhere along the line, I should have been named Associate Vice Chancellor of something. But I have enjoyed it. Like I said, met wonderful people, famous people that I would never have met. And it's just been a blessing, and I'm thankful for it.